Fiberglass Florida sells Nidacore honeycomb core for fiberglass in big sheets like this. And you can get it in different thicknesses. There's 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch. Most of the things I make is out of 3/4 inch. You can also get 1 inch wide and 2 inch. And if you put fiberglass on both sides of one of these panels, doubling the thickness of the panel will increase the strength by 4 times while hardly adding any weight at all. So in the last video, I made a cardboard template in the shape of a space that is available for a locker on the boat, and I laminated fiberglass on both sides of some of the honeycomb, and I've cut the pieces out. And because I want to use the locker for my snorkeling stuff, I'm making sure that there's space underneath the bottom shelf for my swim fins. And I'll put 3 shelves in the locker. The one just above where the swim fins go, another shelf, and then the very top part of the locker is the deepest part because it's a wedge-shaped area. So I'm leaving a lot of space above the shelf up there because that seems like that's going to be the most useful space in the locker. So now that I've marked where I want the shelves to go on both walls, I'm cutting these boards to serve as supports for the shelves. And I'm just going along every place that I want a shelf. I'm marking where I have to cut these boards in order to make the support that will fit in that part of the locker. And now that the boards have been cut, I can glue them onto the walls, and I'm doing that with polyester resin. I'm just painting the boards with the resin and then painting the wall and sticking the two together. And now that that's hardened, I'm using fairing compound to make a nice smooth curve transition from the board to the wall. And the reason I need that curve is because the next step is going to be laying fiberglass tabbing along the top and bottom of each of these boards to help really glue it to the wall good. TAB stands for to assure bond. And so you want some wide flanges of fiberglass to create a lot of surface area. And in order to do that, you need this rounded corner for the fiberglass to go around the corner. Otherwise, it really won't make a 90-degree corner. What it'll do is it'll stand out from the corner and make a radius of the fiberglass, which will be very weak without some filler behind it. Having a solid radius like that behind the glass cloth will make the bonded glass cloth on the part a lot stronger at the corner. So I painted everything with catalyzed resin, and now I'm laying the glass cloth down in the tacky resin, which will kind of hold it in place. And then I'm using more resin to completely wet out the glass cloth. And it's kind of like a wet t-shirt contest in that it's white until you get all the resin saturated through it, and then it becomes clear. So this is attaching all the tabbing to assure a bond with the board to the wall. And like every step, you have to sand afterwards. Pretty much every step in fiberglassing involves sanding afterwards. And with the walls made, I can finally bring them on the boat, and I'll be able to at least set the panels together and see how they fit into the locker shape. I'm using some thickened polyester resin just in the corners where one panel meets another, and then reapplying the tape to temporarily hold the panels together until that resin hardens. Once that resin sets up, it's not real strong, but it just sort of tacks the box together. If you were welding, these would be your tack weld. So I'm going to do all the corners like this, and then I'm going to go away and let that resin set up. And once that's happened, I can come back and do a radius on these corners for the same reason as I did with the shelf supports. I'm using fairing compound and the edge of a spoon to make a smooth radius. The spoon makes kind of just about the shape of a curve that you want. And then I come back with something flat to scrape off the excess that went around the outside edge of the spoon. So every corner where one panel meets another will have a radius like this made with fairing compound. And I'm sanding this edge where it goes from the flybridge sofa to the inside of the box, and I'm going to put some tabbing there to really hold the box in place. But right now, there's an issue. I'm changing my mind about this. This is the new locker. And I keep walking past this thing all the time. And I keep thinking, you know, we're only 3 inches or so past this aluminum frame. Is that 3 inches of space really worth it? Or, I mean, it's not in my way, really. I can go up and down past it just fine. I think the deal is, with it sticking out like that, it's just sort of thrown onto the boat. if it comes right to the edge of this opening, it looks aesthetically more like a planned part of the boat. And yeah, it's assembled a bit. And you know, rather than just stubbornly forging ahead with the plan the way it is, I think I'm gonna like the end result better if I take a step back and just cut that right even with that metallic frame. I'm wondering, do I want to take the whole ceiling off? Because that would give me a chance to put another layer of gel coat on that and on that. I don't know. It's the end of the day, so I suppose I can leave that decision till tomorrow. But yeah, I think I'm changing the plan. And now here's your bonus video.